country's political development has once again made top headlines amid the COVID-19 pandemic after Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli failed to secure the vote of confidence in the House of Representatives yesterday. Meanwhile, President Bidya Devi Bhandari has called on the political parties to form a majority government within 3 days to move ahead the process of forming a new government. Given this scenario, the political parties will now have to come up with a majority to form a coalition government, as none of the parties have a clear majority in the lower house. Good morning, I am Bipashna Tamang and these are the headlines of the hour. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli loses the vote of confidence in the House of Representatives. The President calls on political parties to come up with a majority government within 3 days. The country reports 139 deaths due to coronavirus on a single day, with over 9,000 COVID-19 cases yesterday. The United States authorizes the Pfizer vaccine for 12 to 15-year-olds amid a push to get the shot into more Americans' arms. And Fulham in relegation in the English Premier League after suffering a 2-0 defeat against Burnley. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli failed to win the confidence vote at the House of Representatives yesterday. Prime Minister Oli failed to gain the vote of confidence from the special session of the lower house, which was called by himself. Premier Oli managed to garner only 93 votes in his favour, while 124 votes were against him. 15 lawmakers did not take part in the voting process, while 28 lawmakers of the Madhav Kumar Nepal faction of CPN-UML were absent at yesterday's session of the House of Representatives. However, a few lawmakers of the disgruntled faction of CPN-UML, led by senior leader Nepal, voted in favour of Premier Oli. Out of the 271 lawmakers of the lower house, 232 took part in the voting process, while 39 refrained from voting. Main opposition Nepali Congress, CPN Maoist Centre and other opposition parties voted against the vote of confidence proposal. The law provisions that the government will now be a caretaker government following the failure to win the vote of confidence. President Bidya Devi Bhandari has called on political parties to form a majority government. The President called on lawmakers who can obtain majority with the support of 2 or more political parties represented in the House of Representatives to submit their claims within 3 days as per Article 76(2) of the Constitution. Earlier, 3 opposition parties had urged the President to initiate the process to form a new government as per Article 76(2) of the Constitution. Issuing a joint statement yesterday evening after Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli lost the confidence vote in the House of Representatives, leaders of the 3 parties, Nepali Congress President Sher Bahadur Deuba, CPN Maoist Centre Chairman Pushpa Kamal Dahal and Janata Samajwadi Party Chairman Upendra Yadav, asked the President to initiate the process to form a new government. Meanwhile, Chairman of Janata Samajwadi Party, Mahanta Thakur, has stated that his party will not be in favour of forming an alternative government. Chairman Thakur of Janata Samajwadi Party, that remained neutral in yesterday's vote of confidence in the House of Representatives, issued a press release last night and informed that his party is not in favour of forming a new government. He said that forming a new government would be against the sentiments of the Madesh movement. A path has been paved for the formation of a new government after Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli failed to secure the confidence vote from the House of Representatives yesterday. However, unless Janata Samajwadi Party joins Nepali Congress and CPN Maoist Centre, the parliamentary equation is not likely to be complete to form a coalition government. We have more in this report.
The incumbent government has become a caretaker government after it lost the confidence vote in the House of Representatives. At the moment, none of the political parties have a clear majority to form a government. As per Article 76(2) of the Constitution, there is a provision for the President to appoint a member of the Parliament as the Prime Minister who has a majority with the support of 2 or more parties. Both Nepali Congress with 61 lawmakers and CPN Maoist Center with 48 lawmakers cannot form a coalition government together unless Janata Samajwadi Party with 32 lawmakers joins them. It may be recalled that 136 lawmakers out of the 271 sitting members in the lower house are required to form a government. The fate of a new coalition government now lies on the decision of Janata Samajwadi Party, which has split into 2 factions. If the parties fail to form a coalition government, the President, according to Article 76(3) of the Constitution, can appoint the parliamentary party leader of the largest party in the House of Representatives as the Prime Minister. If Nepali Congress and CPN Maoist Center fail to form a coalition government with the support of Janata Samajwadi Party, KP Sharma Oli could once again be the Prime Minister with the capacity of being the parliamentary party leader of the largest party. However, he needs to seek the confidence vote from the lower house within 30 days after his appointment. If the parliamentary party leader of the largest party fails to garner the confidence vote, there is another option for the appointment of the Prime Minister. A lawmaker from any political party claiming majority could be the Prime Minister and is required to win the confidence vote from the House of Representatives within 30 days after being appointed. However, the Prime Minister can dissolve the House of Representatives and announce elections within 6 months only if he fails to secure the confidence vote from the lower house from none of the above constitutional provisions.
Welcome back. The COVID-19 scenario is looking frightening with every passing day as the country reported 139 deaths on a single day yesterday, taking the national death tally to 3,859. Likewise, the country reported over 9,000 COVID-19 cases for the second time, with the highest daily positive cases of 9,271 cases yesterday. Meanwhile, 17,623 samples were tested for COVID-19 through the PCR method. According to the Health Ministry, there are 93,141 active cases as of the Health Ministry's latest update, while 427 individuals are in various quarantine centers across the country. The Kathmandu Valley alone reported a total of 3,607 cases. Meanwhile, 4,007 individuals have registered full recovery, taking the recovery tally to over 306,000. The recovery rate, however, dropped to 76%. The Health Ministry informed that there are 910 individuals in intensive care units, while 295 are on ventilator support. Mata Tirtha Ausi, or Mother's Day, is being observed today. However, the celebrations have been subdued due to the coronavirus pandemic. The festival is observed on the fortnight of the first month of the Nepalese calendar, Baisakh. People show their love and appreciation to their mother by spending time with her, cooking for her and offering her sweets and gifts. Children who live away from their mother come to visit her with gifts and sweets on this day. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the residents of Palpa district what their take is on the internal disputes seen within all the political parties at a time when the political forces need to unite to fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
लागि पर्ने बेलामा यिनीहरुको आफ्नो कुर्सी र सत्ताको लागि यिनीहरु दौडधुप राखेका छन्, तर जनताहरु अकालमा मरिराखेका छन्।
कोरोनाले हस्पिटलमा बेडहरु खाली छैन, अक्सिजन छैन भनेर यति भएको छ, तर पनि हाम्रो यो नेताहरुलाई जनताको वास्तै छैन।
को सत्तामा पुग्ने, को चाहिँ पावरफुल बन्ने भनेर लोभी पापीको खेल खेलिरहेछन्।
राष्ट्रिय संकटलाई अथवा यो कोभिडको संकटलाई पार लाउन पर्ने बेला हो, त्यसको लागि एउटा कार्ययोजना बनाएर काम गर्नुपर्ने देखिन्छ, तर यो त्यस्तो भइरहेको छैन। यसमा दलहरु सचिन पर्छ।
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question. Why has the government not carried out COVID-19 tests strictly and managed quarantine facilities by restricting unimpeded movement at border points? The options: option A, unable to restrict movement; option B, lack of proper attention; and option C, lack of human resources. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And that's all for the moment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.